So whenever there's the countdown, then it's working.
Yes.
Because there was the countdown last time.
Yes, well, I watched the 5 minutes that we did have, and you were checking it before Janice was leaving. Is it following her? Is it following her? And it went off. So I think maybe you accidentally touched something.
Oh, okay.
No big deal. I got lots of these to watch.
All right, well, let's see if we can get a good one this time. So did you see anything in your 5 minutes?
No.
Okay.
No, it was before I got started.
Oh. I think he'll be all right in this. It's fine.
He doesn't feel like he's struggling to get through it.
No, he probably likes it a lot better than when it's deep.
Yeah. All right, let's say.
And how you been practicing on the horses that you ride?
Well, I just ride him 1 day a week, and yes, I do. And I tried the whole standing up thing. That's hard. That's hard. Because the thing that I saw online is like you stand straight up like a post, not the 2-point stand up like you did.
Well, start off with that and then bring your upper body back.
Okay.
But it's kind of important to keep making sure that your hips are pushing forward when you do it and that your thigh feels like it's straighter. That part's good. And that that you're almost, the energy is going down through your knees, and then your legs are also, your ankles are also very soft. So all your joints are able to support. Go ahead and let's stand and see what we got. See, there you're falling behind.
Yeah.
You got to really put the points of your hips forward. There you go.
Like, what are you doing, lady?
So you see the difference. As soon as you thrust your hips forward a little bit, then you have it. And then you can also use your stomach, push your belly button back to your spine. Yeah, that's very good. Yeah, so you're not that far forward now.
Right. I didn't see that on my video from Monday, and I was like,
So the idea is that your hips keep feeling like you're pushing energy down his neck. You're pushing his ears over his nose. And that's going to come from that position in your hips there that will allow. Now watch your heels. When your heels are so hard down, especially your right one, yeah, level your foot, and then you can contact your knees. So there's no problem with you putting your knee on him if that knee is pointing down and you feel the energy going over your knee, not trapping the energy with your knee.
okay.
That's really good. Yeah. And how does your feet feel? Can you move your ankles up there? Can you move your whole leg? Yes. Very good. And that's actually what you're looking to do. To have the softness in your leg to be able to do that. And if you're gripping, your leg can't be soft and you can't feel your whole leg. You'll just feel where you're gripping, really. Right.
How does my foot look right now?
It looks good.
Okay. I kind of have to make it feel like it's almost pointed down. When I think I'm level, my heels are down. When I'm doing this, at least.
No, that's pretty level.
Good. Look at that. Awesome.
Right. Getting there. It's going to be a lot of muscle memory. All right. Let's put them on the rail and see how that goes. And get a little bit bigger walk and start to collect this walk a little bit more and make it into what we call medium walk. There. Because he kind of had his, let me stretch walk. Good. Now a little bit more into your elbows here so that you don't feel like you're like this. You feel like you're going to roll your shoulders back, and he's going to move your elbows. You don't have to move your elbows. You just have to keep his hind end coming under, your seat moving, and then your elbows will move a little bit with the nod of his neck. Yeah, that's nice. Good. And sit up tall. You don't have to follow his neck down with your upper body. You sit up there. Good. That's it.
Working on my visual power line.
Yes.
I'm very bad at that. I look at his neck, I look at everything else except forward.
Yep. I like to think of looking forward, and then I think I can look down every once in a while and check him or her, but I can't drop my chin. My head gets heavy. You know, your head weighs like, 12 pounds or something, maybe more. And that just shifts the whole focus. Very good. Right. Yeah, that looks nice. And then I also kind of look at the ground, but it's like 30 feet in front of me. You know what I mean? Because I think that's really important. You know, if you're out there on a trail, you better kind of have an idea before you fall in a foxhole or something, right? Good. There, you're pumping a little bit, so let your legs come off. There you go. It's really a difficult thing to do. Sometimes it helps to kind of scissor your legs. So keep them in the stirrups and just scissor your legs back and forth. And do it from the hip, not from your knee. This teaches you that we really don't want you to do your leg aids just from your knee down. We want to keep the thigh so it's moving with the horse. Right. Yeah. Go ahead, scissor more, like way in front. Wait. Yes. They like that too. Let your leg go back and forth. One goes forward, the other goes back.
No matter at what point the stride matches front legs or anything like that.
This is for you.
Just do it. Okay.
Yeah, just do it. This is just for you to loosen up and remind yourself to move your whole leg. Right.
I saw that fly mask today, and I thought, I should get that, and I'm still working at remembering everything.
That's okay. He's just such a sensitive guy. Okay, let's walk the other way a little bit, and we'll start trotting and doing some work like that. Just keep with your legs, so back and forth and back and forth. Yeah. Now, when you go to bring your leg forward, are you falling to the back of your seat?
I don't think so.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's just something to check, because you always want to stay on those 3 bones. That looks really good there. Good. Now take your feet out of the stirrups. Let them hang down and see what your range is now, moving your legs back and forth. And keep your leg almost like a stick leg, not a bent knee. Straight leg back and forth.
Harder.
Yep. And keep yourself, again, from not falling to the back of your seat bones. Have to stay on all 3. There you go. So it goes forward pretty good. I'm only looking at one. Yeah. And then the back one comes back. Yep. Is it? Okay. Can you bring, so you can see how easy it is for you to bring your leg forward, and it's a little difficult for you to bring that thigh back. Something else that I always tell everybody to do is to take, you can actually take your leg. Of course, that saddle is a little bit difficult too, since it's not a dressage saddle. So you can also take your leg, you literally do this, and put that to the back.
Yeah.
So that you're on this.
Okay. Yeah, I did see that with Amelia Newcomb. She said that. She goes, pull your thigh around this way.
Did she call it back to the back?
No, she didn't, but.
I always say that. Unless there's somebody that's like really fat and I can't say it. You know, then I'm like, pull in here, but it's like, yeah, it's taking everything. The
Right.
fat, the muscle, and pulling it. So then that makes your leg straight. So you can even probably pull that more. You have to, God, you have to just a little there. There. That's it. It's difficult. So you got to think, Ron, I'm not going to go anywhere near here because this is where you want to be. This is a different saddle. So it's this feel, but then you go, well, now I'm standing.
Right. So we got to.
So at this point here, very difficult. It's not an easy thing. You have to think, I'm putting my hips forward, but I'm going to now round my lower back a little bit. And then I'm also going to, that looks good. Stop, buddy.
All those years of ballet.
Yeah. So you, right. So then you're going, that's it. And then you're going to engage and think if you're going to do a half halt or something, you're going to, enough. You're going to take your, this, you almost make a, you can make like, think of making a heart. Then there's a heart back there. I always think, back, down. Like I'm bringing my shoulder blades together, but I guess that kind of does make my heart there. And then that gives you your stability. Now your hands will move with them. Don't move them, but you're going to keep this down.
Do that arm thing for me while we're standing here.
So the way
that
I
was
do
from
it,
your book.
I didn't have my glasses, but the way I do it, oh, is that from the book? Is I go, all right, I'm going to take your, I do it differently. I say I'm going to take your biceps and I push your biceps back, and you have to push your triceps forward.
Okay.
So like if I was sitting behind you and I take my hand like this, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Okay.
What did they have?
They had, you're gonna push behind on my tricep, and I'm gonna resist it. And so just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the same feeling either way?
This actually feels a little better because
The other way makes you feel like you're going to pull your shoulders up?
the other
That almost looked like that.
it's just a little more distracting, I think.
Okay.
Having it back there, it's like, oh,
Yes.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's pushing here because this muscle here, this
Engaged.
teres major muscle, yes, teres major. You feel that's what you're engaging. It's not just your triceps. You're actually using this muscle here.
Okay.
And that's the same muscle if you're gonna push into the wall.
Right, and that's what I was reading about. The whole don't pull back. Stop. Right.
Don't pull, don't
I
ever pull.
definitely use that a lot with Zipper. You know, just doing this with him, and he stopped. I'm like, oh, lovely, nice.
Right.
The little things.
So you know my football analogy. You're a football enthusiast, which I'm not. So it's probably a really stupid
But I
analogy.
know the basic rules.
But you know, offense, defense. So I think to myself when I'm riding, this is the defense. So my core is actually defense. It's going to stop me from going forward. Because when you go forward, the horse goes back.
Back. Right.
Okay? right when I saw that he was really totally connected, I started to say something like, wow. And that's what that is.
How's my leg and my stirrup?
Well, do the stand thing. And they say, yeah, so they look like they're really short.
That's what I was feeling. After I had my leg down and I was doing this thing, and then when I tried to put my legs back up, I thought, oh
Yeah.
my God.
Are they what you're like?
You know what? I have never touched them because when I first rode him and Leslie had him where she had him, we all decided they were good. But then I thought maybe someone else has moved them. I don't know. Yes.
So you can't put them through the ankle thing, stirrups and ankle, because you are there, correct. But that didn't work for you. Anybody that has a really long thigh, you have a long thigh. And so one of the things that when you stand is you shouldn't be that tall over it. I think you can fix that for sure. And I'm gonna tighten it through.
And then we'll look at. I tried to tighten it, and he's like, nope.
I haven't.
And then will tell me what number I'm on.
Yeah.
Next time.
So if we go down here like that. Up close.
Yes.
Your instructor can see figures and shit.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah, we'll do a check on this. I do feel that's
I do feel a little lost when I'm riding the other horse and you're not there telling me everything to do.
just
And sometimes I ride by myself, and sometimes I ride with the owner over there giving me a lesson. And with her, I just focus on trying to balance my seat better and trot the canter and transitions and things like that. I don't. And Zipper just does not bend. He's a stiff old boy.
yeah.
That's
So stand up again in that. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better.
okay. It feels better. It felt too short. Let's see if I can do my thigh thing. See there, I feel like I can get into the stirrup and not totally stirrup around with my thigh.
I think that's a lot better. And
So 15,
This-
I'll go back up to 13 for Leslie.
so this here, make sure that you don't fall back here.
Okay.
So you see how you can go ahead kind of in the front and look at what I'm doing? You see how this is all open? You can see my pant.
Right. Don't want to be back.
Like this little part of your thigh, the fat part where it comes out, that needs to be on the horse.
Okay.
That will help you kind of determine that. Now let's walk up. Can I just take your little friend and we'll walk over?
Yes. My little friend.
So if I put him in the middle, he'll follow you. That'll probably work the best, huh?
Yep, it should.
Okay.
I saw your video online on your website.
Which video?
It-
Oh, with that horse was very hard to canter. He had problems, so this helped him a lot.
But when I saw it, I thought, oh, they must have Peebo in there because it was just following him around.
No, somebody
Actually did it.
I
Yeah.
think I was. I think I was videoing.
Oh, that's possible.
Okay, so here's the thing. Put your whip in your inside, whichever way you want to go first. That's up to you. Is that following you now?
Not yet.
Should I?
Let me go in front of it and see if it follows. Sometimes it just, oh, there it goes. Now it found me. Sometimes
Okay.
it just, no, we're not leaving yet.
Okay, now this hedge is going to take and help a lot, because I want you to still use your outside leg, but the hedge will stop you from going too far out because you're going to hit it, and most horses don't want to hit it. My horse doesn't care. Now, if he comes in here, don't worry about me, I'll back up, then you're not using your inside leg. So you're going to have to use the inside leg, and he's going to have to take the same shape as this hedge. Okay?
Okay.
You got it. So that means he's going to be on your right rein. You're going to be able to see his bridle buckle on the right side. On the left side, you're going to be able to see maybe a little bit of his nostril, and then you're going to bend him as well around the left leg. Tap him and move him out, 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 out. So you can't cheat this. So he's not going to where you want. This is a pretty perfect circle. So if you stay on the circle and you don't let him go out or come in, you're going to get him connected, because he's not going to have a choice but to go. Right here, he's coming off. Look what happens here. So you stop with the leg. So you have to push that. Yes, he has to bend around it. That's correct. Yeah. Now his shoulders, let's bring your hands a little bit closer to the bend. Good. Your elbows down now and your hands in front. Good. Check and make sure you got the heart going on the back of your right. Good. Little tap with the whip, and let's get that hind end and come under. Under. But when you want to tap is when he's pushing off. Yep, see, he's still cheating it here.
Okay.
You got to stay right on that track. So again, you're going to look at the track, maybe 10 feet in front of you, because you're doing such a small circle here. Good. And he's got to stay bent. So you're going to feel him go over to that outside rein. You ought to be able to pet your horse on the left hand and just pet him a little bit, and he should stay on that right rein for at least a couple steps. That's much better. Now, right? Yes, because you almost went into the hedge there, right?
Yeah.
So we got to think both legs, back and forth, back and forth. Can you feel him on both legs?
I feel more on the inside.
Okay. Can you feel him at all on the right side? You should actually be feeling him more on the right side, but now he's really not doing it. There. You got to get that bent. You got to get him to bend. If you have to use your left rein to initiate that, that's like the blinker. That's fine. More bend. More bend. Good. Keep your body. It's going to result in your lower leg. This is the time we use our lower leg when we are asking for the bend, to kind of push into his skin. Keep coming. I'll move. So that it's like a beanbag chair. Your leg should get lost in that beanbag chair. Okay? Lost in that beanbag chair. There. Can you feel him over there on the right leg now?
A little bit.
Okay, we need to feel him more. Now he's looking to the right. You're never going to get him there. Shorten your reins again. Have him in front of your purple pad. And keep that. Okay, now let's get you to engage and move your core a little to the left. Remember that part with the weights. Yeah, come. Right. Keeping your hands together and your shoulders and elbows down. He puts his head up. Don't put your hand up. So once he knows where you're at here, he'll be able to come through a little bit better. A little bit rounder. Round. There. You should. Once he softens his neck here, you should feel him come.
Oh, there we go.
Come up. Yeah, but if you have to kind of get a little heavy in your hands there for a second, say, hey, stay here. When you feel him come up, you're going to have to go with your hands sort of almost like if you're pouring the tea. See what I mean? Now you got something heavy. Good. Push him. Yeah. Right. Give him a little tap. Don't wear yourself out. That's it. Keep that feel, elbows in. So the whole time you're like, all right, I'm going to get, it's like having a thunder show. You're going to come in and be able to squeeze yourself with your upper arm when you need to, so that your elbow can stay elastic. Yes, that's good. Relax your seat, and don't let your butt come up like that. Think softer, like what we talk about, Walmart butt, little nasty, sloppy butt, and you just pushing your pelvis a little forward. And then your hips will go. There, your elbow went up and your hands went away from you. There you go. Very important that we don't balance on our hands. So those hands are going to stay there nice and quiet because of your core. Okay? Good. Now you have to shorten the reins a little bit more. And if you feel like you need to get him lower in the neck, because when that neck comes up, he becomes very hollow. There. Good. There. Get him there. You got it. Yeah, if you run a trot, I'm okay with that too. Might be, sometimes it's easier with a little bit more that keep up. Don't let him come off. He doesn't want to run into me. Let him know it's okay. He has to look to the left. You have to look to the left. Yes, there. Now your outside leg, keep him a little bit more forward. Inside leg, bend, bend. You lose the bend every time here. And now your horse is leaning right the wrong way. Better bend here. Keep the bend, keep the bend. Don't let him come off. There we go. You should feel him almost stretching into that right rein. Be aware when you feel the bit get light, I want you to put a little pressure on his mouth and say no. So the snaffle works on the bars of his mouth. So when he starts to come up, you move your fingers, kind of pretend like you're doing the T a little bit, whatever, and also, of course, get his hind end. So his hind end, the head sometimes comes up because the hind end's not engaged. So the first, I keep talking about the hands, but our first thing is we really need to get, yes, go, tap him here. Get after him, get after him, get after him. Keep this, keep this, keep this. You feel any different to you once he's had his shoes?
I don't think I'm experienced enough
Okay.
to know.
Just wondering.
Yeah.
Elbows in, hands, and then go to the walk. It stopped following you.
Ah, little bugger. I probably went too fast in front of it. Sometimes if I'm close to it and I go fast, it's like, whoa, what was that? So
Would it work if I bring it out here? Then it won't work when you get here.
I'll just come back around, see if it finds me again.
Let's go the other direction while you're trying to find it, or he's trying to find you.
Yeah, no, it stopped. I don't know. It's a little particular sometimes. It looks like it should be. Oh wait, no, it's not. I'm gonna turn it on again.
Do you think you pressed a button while you were? I can put it in my pocket.
Yeah, it's possible.
Because you might have done that.
All right, so it didn't do anything. Oh well, it doesn't really, you know. It has a square. I think it's a square. You and I are both blind. In the middle of that little red circle. Is that a square or a circle?
I don't know. If I hit it.
Tap it. Let's see what happens.